out on the Speedway. We're gonna shoot some t-shirts up into the stands. Allie's got the t-shirt gun down on the front straightaway with her trusty sidekick. I don't know what her sidekick's name is. I'm gonna call her Joe. With her trusty sidekick Joe, we're gonna blast some t-shirts or try. So, is the fire breathing for their way to the staging area, and the crews make their way to the live pit in the infield, so you can watch every single thing that happened here in the stands and on Flow Racing. I'm going to ask you one more time. Here on night number 1 of the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup, the 50th annual running of it, presented by the Skagit Casino Resort, Skagit Speedway. Are you ready for 410 sprint cars? It's time to get thunderstruck. Ladies and gentlemen, the field is fine. 30 laps, 16 car in for 8 events of the preliminary night. Night number 1 of the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup. On the pole out of Santa Rosa, California, driver of the 56 Junior, it is Joel Myers Jr. Next to him, the 42X from San Jose, TK Tim Katie.
Row number 2, Colfax, California. The Holy Smokes Barbecue 29 is Willie Croft to do his outside. A young rising star here in the West Coast from Harrisburg, Oregon. The 7 is Tyler Thompson.
Row number 3, it's the Carlton and Sons number 21T, a Mitchell DeCinco out of Hanford, California. The Netto out Indiana, next to him, DJ Netto from Hanford, California.
Row 4 making the long tow from Tucson, Arizona. The 115 is Nick Parker and rolling off 8th. Right down and back in a 410 sprint car from Lake Stevens, Washington. The 44W is Austin Lee.
Row number 5, call Scotty. Scotty's plumbing the 18 car. Jason Soul next to him. It's the Mitchell Motorsports 2X of Justin Sanders.
6th row to the inside from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. The Madman, Kerry Madsen, and the 83 Junior to his outside from Gallup, Washington. The 55 car, Trey Starks.
Starting at run number 7 on the inside, the first driver there. Starting 13th from Angola, Indiana, it's the 26R of Zeb Wise. Next to him from Fremont, California, the NOS Energy Drink 17W of Shane Golovec.
Row 8, the 2 high point guys to the inside, the defending Dirt Cup champion from Fresno, California. The 41 is Dominic Selzy. Starting 16th, the high point man coming into this one from Indianapolis, Indiana, Sunshine Tyler Courtney.
There are your walk-ins, ladies and gentlemen, Skagit Speedway. These drivers are going 4 wide to salute you, the fans. In response, we ask that you rise to your feet. We ask that you make some noise, because, ladies and gentlemen, the preliminary night of the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup 2022 is on the track. Let them hear it! Place starter is the 56 of Ryan Robinson out of Forest Hill, California. Next to him, Tanner Holton, Jacksonville, Oregon in car number 18. 19th place Canadian in the 69. Next to him, Blake Garrett in 38B. Then your BB move-ups in Corey Midas and Jonathan Howard, Corey Day, and Jizzy Schluckfeld. 24 cars for 30 laps.
I'm pumped. My first day made here at Skagit. 16 car invert.
30 times around, fast guys in the back having to pick their way through.
Let's do it.
All right, Myers on the inside, Katie on the outside. Setting the pace, driving down in corner number 3.
How about this? Joel Myers, the young gun, 16 years old, and the veteran, Tim Kading.
Coming out of corner number 4. swap down and back out there.
And you know,
Be the zero.
it's cool to see Dalton's on the car. Dalton's longtime partners and promoter Peter Murphy. Peter Murphy drove the Williams Zero back in the early 2000s, and then rolled down quickly to the attention of, as you said, the Zero Heroes.
Get Ashley on the scene to get a quick look at the damage on the left front of that race car. And Ashley, it sure looks like they're going for a complete front end swap out. What do you see?
They are working hard down here in the zero pit area. It was a shock mount, so they elected to grab an axle and they're going to do a complete swap for the zero car of Jonathan Allard.
Okay, also far with Joe Myers behind him. Tyler Thompson is 3. EJ Harold, Blake Craft in position 5. Justin Sanders is 7. Oscar 88. Nick Parker is 9. And Jason Solwald rounds out the top 10 in the front door.
Kerry Madison 11, Tyler Courtney 12, Shane Golovic 13, Trey Starks 14, and Sam Wise rounds out the top 15.
If you're just tuning in, starting on the back straightaway here at Skagit Speedway, here's a look at the back straightaway restart. It's Tim Canady with his first shot at it. TK, Myers, and Thompson 1 through 3. Let the chaos begin right here.
Big wheel stand up.
On the raceway, we did get a lap complete, so Allard will be a lap down if they can get that swapped out.
You see Jesse Schlotfelt moving around in the car there with his hand, and Ryan Robinson, Corey Eliason popping his helmet off. So Caleb, I know open reds work differently all over the country. How do your open reds work here at Skagit?
So open reds at Skagit Speedway, you can do just about anything with 2 exceptions. You cannot switch a tire. If the tire is going down and you have to switch it, you go to the back of the field.
Yep.
If you're going to put fuel in it, you have to have a funnel close. That's really it. Anything else you want to do, have at it.
So pretty much the same as what I have with the All-Stars. You can do anything but change a tire, and that's about it.
And even then, if I remember correctly, they did institute, I believe, 1 tire rule for the main event here at Dirt Cup, which is a little bit different than our normal racing. So I'm not sure how the tire swap rule would work on that. I'll have to check on it. Get at the back of it, shove her off. Part of what that shows you, though, Blake, is the bottom there, right on the berm, might actually be fairly soft.
It is. I know earlier today they were working the berm. There was a lot of water settled down there at the beginning of the afternoon when I was checking the racetrack out right there in turn 3 at the gap. About 3 o'clock this afternoon, there was a nice amount of water kind of settled at the bottom of the racetrack. I thought maybe the guy can get down there and find that here late, that maybe there'll be some moisture down there. But boy, we've seen our leaders pretty much running the high side.
Yeah, with
exhilarating here at Skagit.
Some exceptions, some of the drivers have at least been able to use the bottom side to start slide job off.
Yep.
We'll see if it actually comes in a little bit.
Sensation too. I don't know if you know that.
His YouTube channel is big.
Movement.
Yeah, if you ever want to see some really interesting sprint car content, Tanner Holmes puts out weekly stuff. As much as he's running, it's utterly fascinating.
His younger sister Carly there running, and she's I think 15 now, and one of those 5 hours ish more.
6 to 6.5, depending on which part of Seattle traffic you get that in. And a cool place, and guys who work with us on scheduling here at Skagit Speedway. That way we can make sure that our sprint cars in the Northwest get to all the big races without having conflicts. Extra,
MVP down in Dean Mills, he's a huge part of NARC and the history of the sport on the West Coast. So hi Dean, is chaotic. sighting. You get up above that narrow cushion, and at that point, as you can see, along for the ride, and good to see Joel hopping out of the car under his own power.
He had visually narrowed the gap on Tim Katie. It was down, and it's been about as big as 7 to 8 car lengths. He was down to about 3 hard going into 3, and it cost him a runner-up run here at Dirt Cup on prelim night 1.
How about a round of applause for the safety crew quickly on the scene? We hate to have to get those guys out there, but boy, it sure is nice to have them there quickly on the scene. Caleb, we're closing in.
Pinto and Sanders, Wheatley, Croft, Courtney, Madsen, and Starks. 11 is Nick Parker, 12 Jason Solwall, 13 Shane Golovic, 14 Corey Day, 15 Zeb Wise, 16 Dominic Sells himself. He has not moved that much on the field. Bud Katie, 17, Aaron 18, Tanner Holmes is back on the racetrack, 19, lead lap, lights are out. Next straightaway restart again. This is fun. Heart rate's coming up. RPM's coming up right now. TK waiting a little bit back. Massive collision in turn number 3. Austin Wheatley's 44 car, Tanner Holmes' 18 car, safety crew scrambling quickly to the scene of the wreck. Well, our safety crews quickly to turn 3. And all concern at the moment for the 2 drivers that are over there, Wheatley and Holmes. And we will let you guys know the second that we hear anything that we can report. Tanner Holmes' 18T car is now being towed away from the accident in the corner. And you can see the front end of the Holmes car is just mangled.
Guess what? He's sitting up.
Both Ashley and Jim Allen have reported to me that Austin Wheatley is awake and communicating within the car from the 44. And that's all the information right now that we're comfortable sharing with you guys. I try to make it a point not to comment on the medical status of the driver other than what can be directly observed or relayed to me. That's to protect their privacy. So right now we can say, we've had it confirmed from 2 sources, Austin is awake and communicating with safety officials over in corner number 3. As I would imagine, take a trip to a local medical facility to
get looked over.
Yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
That was that collision in turn 3, Blake. The velocity in which that happened,
Man.
the speed in which he carried just on the nose strike of that race car into the wall in the third corner, and then the speed at which the collision happened with him and Holmes was frightening at best.
I'm sure he probably didn't come up too much into the 360 years. He pretty much stays in the 410s quite a bit.
He ran the sides car at an outlaw show or two.
Yep, he ran that car with a lot of success through the years. Ran it to a top five. Got a good idea of where the racetrack is. Obviously, or past halfway. Kind of know what they have on the racetrack. So at that point, it's kind of make those tiny adjustments to get to where you need. It makes me wonder. You know, is it staying in time and winning for a long time? Partnering with the Bates team out of California. You look at California right now, showing out 1, 2, and 3 cars that you see quite often in action with the NARC King of the West Sprint Car Series. Then an Oregon car and back to California.
Our locals need to step up a little bit. We're off the pace just a smidge in this inning. But time to go. Ready. All right, we're going back to action. Lights out. After that little bit of a delay, they still got their stuff in tip-top shape. $16 in, 14 remain. Katie goes away.
Give us about 4 or 5 laps to get to lap traffic. If we go green to checkered, 11 to go,
It would have been
going to have to deal with it for a handful of laps.
It would have been fascinating to see him have to weave and bob and get in through. It's just not looking like it's going to be in the cards too much here. As it starts the 55 car at the bottom of turn number 2, and they get Prop the 29 up by the Otis Concrete sign. That are sitting cattywampus on the track and getting into the corner. There's the Joe's Racing Products replay. And
I wonder if Willie didn't maybe expect Trey to go down quite that hard, because you see Trey kind of right there.
Day 57 flies up to 9.
Corey Day came through the B-main.
Yes, he did. Nice run.
Backstretch restarts. Here we go, Caleb.
Katie again.
100ths of a second, and Caleb, you can see the excitement out of TK. His first win here at the Dirt Cup at a prelim night in 23 years. How about that, Skagit?
That was killer.
TK is pumped up.
Tyler Courtney goes 16th to 6. I think you're pretty well sewn in for your high point after night one with that kind of run. Tyler Thompson 7, Zeb Wise 8, Kerry Madsen 9, and Jason Solwald unofficially rounding out your top 10.
How about Corey Day? The top 5
From 18.
Corey Day started 23rd.
Oh,
23rd and 5th. Tim Kading has to earn it. And I think Ashley Llewellyn's about to talk to a very, very excited Tim Kading. Look at the excitement. I mean, wasting no time, Caleb.
he's out of the car. Let him hear it. TK.
You're good.
You know the numbers? 1500?
64.
Very good.
You're welcome.
How much do we weigh?
1541.
Thank you.
Just go. It weighs as much as my helmet.
Overall, good night. I think we're a high point guy, but yeah, I just need to get up on the wheel a little bit more there in the feature to get more spots. But I think we got a good car, definitely got a good car to go in the next 2 nights and see what we can do on Saturday.
Oh yeah, you know, we qualified great. We were quick time, 8th to 5th in the heat, and you know, the main event just could never get rolling. Had an open red. I think I steered us in the wrong direction. I had us tighten up, and we were probably too tight already, and just weren't very good on the top, weren't very good on the bottom. Floundered. Another open red. We were a little bit better. I think we ran 12th, so pretty average in the feature. Really good to start the night. So we just need to get a little bit better. Gonna get hydrated tonight. Want to thank my new sponsor, Coors Light, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
Thank you, Dom.
Thanks, man.
It was good. Actually, not that great to start. I think we qualified like 22nd. Backed it up in the heat race, just trying stuff. Even though we had a good package from Monday night, just thought we'd get a little more out of it. It went the wrong way. So went back to notebook from Monday, and I think we started 23rd or something. Ended up running 10th. So good points night. I'm not too sure if there's passing points or not, but I hope there was, and hope we salvage one. So hopefully have a better start tonight tomorrow. Thank you.
Hit my balls. Choo-choo. Ready to go?
You alright though?
I'm alright. Oh man, I don't know what I did.
How was night one in Dirt Cup, TK?
Great. You know, it's a great way to start the week off. You know, with a head of confidence and being able to run up front, put ourselves where we needed to. We didn't qualify as good as we did, but you know, we're good. I got Dom.
Good job.
No, it's like starting right. No, Dom did a good job. Thanks, Sunshine. You know, this one was for the old guys, man. You know, we're few and far between on getting wins anymore between anybody over 40. So hopefully we can, you know, continue the success all week and put ourselves in contention somewhere on Saturday.
One for the old San Jose days, huh?
Yeah, just bring one home. That's all I want to do.
There we go.
It was really good. We were able to qualify good and get to the heat race. Fell back at the beginning of the feature, but we were able to drive back forward and get back to the podium. So I'm happy with it, and I'm excited to get back tomorrow.
Thank you.
It's good. It's my first night in a routine car and different chassis to what I'm used to, different motors, so it took a little bit to adjust, but overall a really solid night. I think we should probably be top 4 in points after the first night, so put together another good night tomorrow and set us up good for 50 grand.
Thank you.
It went pretty good for us. We struggled Monday and just didn't know how tonight was going to go, and we set a pretty good qualifying lap. I felt like for when we went out, got a good heat race in, and got to start up front and stayed up front most of the race. Fell a little bit at the end, but a lot better than I think we expected even, so that was really good.
It's pretty good. You know, we didn't time in exactly where I would like to be, but we made it through the heat race and started 6th in the feature, and kind of was struggling at the beginning, just kind of trying to buy my time and cautions and whatnot. Sure hope Boston Wheatley's okay. You know, got going there about midpoint, right about that. You know, that red kind of helped us. We were able to change some things around and tune up some things, and got going around the top and felt good up there too, and had a last lap that I made some ground, and you know, I think if I would have did a couple things a little different, we could have came out on the other side of it. Always fun racing with Tim. He left me a lane, I left him a lane, and second's better than wrecking, and look forward to tomorrow night.
Yep, thank you.
We gotta find him now.
Have a good night, boys.